Well then.
I think it's time for...
Oh, no. No. It can't be.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's that time of the week. I gotta go back.
Alright. Oh, God. Is it time for,
He's in tight.
So cute.
That was the loudest screech.
Yes, I know.
And I'm not adjusting a single audio.
Sorry for your speakers.
Whatever.
I think everyone should be aware of that's the build up to turn your speakers down now.
I'm gonna change the little video that
Warning.
opens up, and it's just gonna have a warning
Blink.
symbol. Gmail.
Who's on the list?
Incoming
this week?
alert.
Brandon Joyce, Metro Android, or Andrew Dillon?
No Andrew Dillon, but Brandon Joyce,
Yes.
Metro Android, and
Gabe?
Like yours. Like yours. I keep saying it wrong.
Yes.
We're gonna start off with Metro Android.
How you doing, sir?
Starting at center.
He said, and this is perfect with Moss here. Perfect. What is the silliest, most absurd piece of video game merchandise that you own?
Oh. Oh boy. Absurd can go a lot of ways. Like this can range from like the most expensive item in my collection
Bragging now.
is
Oh, yeah.
it's like a collector's set of Majora's Mask, the European version. It comes with like Majora's Mask, like a poster, wallpaper, and a T-shirt, and a CD, and it's like several $1,000. But like,
To be completely honest, when Ma showed it, everyone has this moment where they think bad thoughts. I'm like, I bet I can punch him in the face and run. Just steal it.
but like, if I would have told you, oh, this thing is worth $75, you'd be like, yeah.
No, I still would have punched you in the face and run because I hadn't seen it before, and it's no secret. Like Majora is, and it's hard to say for sure, but that's like my favorite. So I probably still would. You could have been like, these are a dime a dozen. I'd be like, I've never seen it.
Yeah, but it's like what makes them. What was the term he used?
Absurd.
What makes it absurd is the price.
Yeah.
Like how much you waste money on buying it. But I have stuff like I have like a Legend of Zelda blanket.
Yeah.
That's licensed. That's
Really?
yeah, it's with Super Mario Brothers. I think 2 on it.
I think it's white, right? Did you show it? Or was that the bed sheet?
Yeah, the bed sheet.
Yeah, okay,
the blanket.
yeah.
But yeah. I have the blanket, the thin and the
And
comforter.
the comforter.
Yeah, and there's
There's a whole bedroom
curtains
set,
as well.
right?
Yeah. There's pillowcases. Oh. I want to get them and get the
And they
room.
had torches.
Yes, I want the room, and I just want to have the bed made.
Yeah.
And you just never use it.
Yeah. You
And
just
then
have like a
there's
velvet
other
rope
room.
across the door so no one can enter it.
Yeah. Oh.
Tony sneaks in there and, tugs one out because he's a jerker.
Yeah.
I think Mark's wearing his most absurd piece of video game merchandise around his neck.
Oh, this is true, actually.
Always got that fucking thing on.
Oh, I have another one.
I like this surprisingly a lot. I don't know why. But go on.
This is a recent one. Vic bought it when we bought the thing that came with the Metal Gear Rising collector's edition. It's like this, like
What was that?
Oh yeah, it's the
it's like a lamp.
It's like a lamp that's supposed to look like a sword and glows, right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Walking right
I've
past
seen
the
it.
video because I forgot.
it's like I understand when you make like a statue or you get like
$150.
those statue collectibles. This thing is like it's like almost like a lava lamp type thing, but like you put your finger and like the electricity goes to it. I'm like, is this really the extra $90 more?
Yep.
Like, what the hell? Like, you can't resell that thing for more than I don't think $15.
Probably not. I mean, maybe get 30 out of it. It's a special edition.
That was pretty absurd. That was definitely an absurd shit.
I have to say there's probably only about 2 that I can really think of offhand, and one of them is, even though I haven't enjoyed Assassin's Creed in so freaking long, we got these sent in for Assassin's Creed 3, I think. So freaking addicting to have around your neck. Like, I love the shape of the Assassin's Creed symbol. I don't know why, so that's the only reason I wear it at this point, because I don't want the game anymore. Otherwise, my second thing is I have Mardi Gras beads for Left 4 Dead 2. I think that one tops this, by the way.
Yeah, but that was a promo.
Yeah, I know.
What about that you bought?
It's sad. I don't really think I've bought much.
Really?
I know.
I know you're in kind of the same boat. You don't really buy.
I don't
really buy
video game stuff. I
get it for free.
collect video games.
But you have some.
Yeah,
what,
there's
about,
that.
what about shirts? I know you have a couple. What's your most absurd video game shirt?
Absurd. I don't know. I just got like a couple Mario shirts, a couple Sonic shirts. I
Do you
don't
ever-
really have.
Do you ever get the collector's edition stuff that comes with extras? Like the
No.
Batman didn't come with like a.
Batarang.
The only game that I spend more money on than $60 is Forza, and that's because it comes
Mass
with
Effect for here.
it comes with they are one time only. They're not like most companies are like, check out this pre-order bonus that you get all this extra shit, and then they'll sell to you for $3 later on down the line. Forza special editions are usually only like $10 or $20 more. And it's for a huge map pack of cars that you really cannot buy later on.
I have disappointing news for you. It actually did come out this time for 4.
I don't think so.
It did.
La 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 la.
I really don't think so.
But that's just in-game content, right? That's not nothing.
But it was like over a year
Merchandise.
after
What
it
about
was.
merchandise?
He doesn't really do it.
I don't have anything, dude. I really don't.
Ugh, you're disgusting.
I know we really should more, but we don't.
I don't
don't either.
I don't have anything. I don't have statues.
The
I don't
Epic
have-
Mickey paintbrush stylus.
That is
No.
a separate thing where it's like the nunchuck and it looks like the paint.
I've seen
Yeah.
That's from Epic
That would be
Mickey too,
kind of
right?
ridiculous
Yeah.
looking, but I don't have it. But
I've got Marcus, which he's made an appearance on the show because I bought the collector's edition of Gears 3.
That's a nice statue.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's not absurd though.
No,
That's
no.
that's
You know, I've got my Zelda Sword and Shield, but that's not really absurd either.
No, that's the.
The most absurd piece of video game merch, I did not pay for it, but I acquired it, and it's from a video game called Record of Argus War.
Yep, that wins. That wins.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And what it is
Uh-oh.
it's a mouse pad with a set of boobs.
The pre-order bonus. As you see, it's
Those
coming off
Her
too.
boobies are the wrist resters.
Yeah, you rest your wrist right between her cleavage.
They're gel. They're
It's
they're
yeah.
That was the
it's-
pre-order
Yeah,
bonus?
you can see
Yep.
it's been worn out.
Is there any
Oh, it's full silicone.
me
You want
see.
to give? You
Yes.
want to give?
I want to give it a rub.
Can be the first one or the last one.
Oh boy.
Somebody brought the game back.
She literally got passed around the room.
Somebody
In
brought,
order.
Yes.
Somebody brought the game back,
You're like-
and it was
It's like a bag of sand.
4-year-old virgin.
But yeah, that is probably the most obscure piece of video game
Yeah, that
merchandise
wins.
that
That wins.
that I have. Yeah.
Like, why would you have that ever?
What do you think?
I mean, I know in Japan they've given like love pillows and things like that, but we don't really
What's
get
a
that.
love pillow?
Wasn't it like a $700 pre-order bonus for Resident Evil 6?
Yeah, well, it was.
Oh, yeah, it was a
Leon's
leather
leather
jacket.
jacket.
Yeah, it was actually $1,000.
Yeah,
It was Leon's jacket.
Whatever.
But-
They had that $1 million one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Where you got a car.
Yeah.
Saints Row got
But-
Lambo.
But none of us bought any of those. So yeah, that's probably the most obscure thing that I have. And now, what?
If they had $1,000 Link,
You'd be all
full
on
tunic
it.
with the armor and the chainmail and the sword and I'd buy it.
I'd buy 3.
It depends.
One never to open.
One to use.
One to use.
What? Which way? So
What are you
is it
talking
Twilight
about?
outfit?
One
'Cause
for a
that's the
year's
chainmail.
salary, 10 years down the
maybe I'll buy
line.
it. That,
If
that
it-
would work the best.
If it's
I think.
Twilight, sure. If it's Skyward, hell no.
Oh yeah, his tunic in Skyward is.
Yeah. Brendan Joyce.
What's up, B? How's married life?
He
Oh,
asked,
right, yes, he got married.
do you feel that your kids will enjoy the current generation consoles with as much nostalgia as we enjoyed the older consoles, like NES, SNES, Sega, etc.?
Absolutely not. This is with I think people who are about like maybe 5 years younger than most of us, so like Mark's age.
Yeah.
Woo, young guy.
Let me rephrase. People who, when they were 5, 6, 7 years old, they play PS1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's the same nostalgia for the PS1 as there is.
For my Genesis.
Well, there is for N64. That was the same genre, I guess. But I don't know. I don't think there's going to be people who like the Wii who like, oh yeah, we grew up with the Wii, or it's like
It doesn't have that same effect.
no.
It's so hard to say from right now if that'll happen.
Oh, he's brewing up something.
I actually
There he
think,
goes.
I actually think they will. I think, but not this generation. I think it's the first generation you play in childhood.
Yeah.
You always look back fondly because I know I'm only looking at it like from the people I talk to. Like my uncle's older than me. Have talked about how he handed me down his Atari 2600 when he got, but he'll look back at that constantly. Then for us, we grew up mainly during the 8-bit era. And we look back at that as the pinnacle of gaming. And Mark doesn't get it.
16-bit!
Because Mark came a little after us, and he looks back at the 16-bit. You know what I mean? And I just think it's whatever you grew up with. So the kids being born right now, will they look finally at the PS3 and the 360? No, because they're not going to play it until 5-6 years from now. And you don't go back to older stuff unless you have nostalgia for it. So the kids that are being born right now will either be PS4 or PS5 fans and the Xbox One and the equivalent. That's what they'll look back on for nostalgia.
And we can make fun of them saying we're better
I think
because we're older.
the problem with that is that like most like PS1 games, for example, I almost think that the Nintendo. Let me ask you, poll 3 of you guys. All 3 of you guys played the. All you guys played the PS1 and the Nintendo 64, right?
I own them both, yes.
Do you have more nostalgia for the Nintendo 64 or the PS1?
PS1. I can
Myself?
I can answer why on the 64 back then and still to this day. I think there's like a handful of good games.
Mm-hmm.
There excuse me, a handful of amazing games. The rest is garbage.
Beatable Racing.
It's really bad.
Talking in his sleep.
It's really
I
bad.
think
Whereas the PS1 had way more games, a lot more junk because of that, but a lot more amazing games because of it.
I think the PS1. It's really hard to go back and play a PS1 game nowadays.
Yeah.
Because it's.
I think it's the same thing with the 64, though. I think it's because you revisit it more often,
but
and you
it's
train yourself.
The
Like
first party Nintendo stuff is more cartoonish. Like
We
the stuff
tried-
like GoldenEye, you can't play it anymore.
I know,
No,
it's
the screen
impossible.
resolutions.
But like a game like Banjo-Kazooie or Ocarina of Time, I think it's still playable.
I like.
They weren't one to stretch that much back then either. Like the games that were not made to stretch across a 50-inch screen.
Yeah.
It's just like this is a personal conversation me and Moss had one of the long time ago, where he asked me about Nintendo, and I told him that I felt slightly abandoned by them throughout the years. Do you remember us talking about this or no?
Yes.
Okay, and
You talked about it about 20 minutes ago as well.
Nintendo abandoning me?
Yeah.
You left me on the side of the road.
Really?
How Nintendo fans
say
have been
that?
screwed.
Okay, I don't know.
They felt
But-
betrayed, I think was the term used.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta, get rid of this. You gotta get rid of this. I used to play with this all the time on the show.
And I just like I think this is why I do look back at
You
the
can't make that face.
Males.
2 nails. I think that's why I do look at the PS1
Such a fucking
so
professional. It's
fondly.
great.
Well, what are we gonna do? We're all gonna stand. Okay, let's all do that.
Well, let me.
This is great entertainment.
Are you talking about just looking back at the system, or actually going back and playing the system?
No, I still play PS1 games. I go back. I currently still play the Tomb Raiders. I still play Gran Turismo 1 and 2, and I still play Crash Bandicoot. I
He's
I
good.
do not go back and play
Crash,
everything.
yeah.
I do not go back and play everything. Don't get me wrong. I don't go back and play every PS1 game.
Tomb Raider didn't
Oh, I
have-
also play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I do go back and play a lot of PS1 games, actually.
Crash
But-
is a big one. That has nostalgia for me.
I tried to go back and play Medieval like 2 weeks ago. I was like, fuck, I can't make him go.
Yeah, you have a point. I didn't think of Crash. I think of games like Resident Evil 1 or 2. and
Those are
it's
hard
like
to play. Dino Crisis, they're hard to go back.
it-
But what I was saying was
Any shooting game.
Turok.
with PS1, it's just like, okay, during that time, because I initially left Sega because when I was a kid, I felt Nintendo was too kiddie. I don't know if I was a product of the marketing back then or whatever. That's why I went in Sega's direction. Then Sega started fucking everybody over, and there were no other options. It was either go back to Nintendo or stop gaming. And this was around the time I was hitting my teenage years, and I really wasn't happy with what Nintendo was doing. I enjoyed a few games on the N64, but it was already my secondary system. The system that grew up with me when I was hitting, young adulthood, and I wanted
Puberty.
a more mature
Squeaky
experience.
voices.
Your body was
Pimply-faced.
changing.
Explored himself often.
Yep.
Was the PS2?
PS1.
Oh, piss.
When I was young, it was the first step into adult gaming. It was the first thing. You go back, everything before the PS1 was childish and safe, and and that was the defining moment. The PS1 changed everything.
But you mentioned the games. What did you say? Gran Turismo
I
1
played
and
Gran
2.
Turismo 1 and 2, Crash Bandicoot. Spyro was hard to go back to. Tomb Raider I still play.
Didn't they remake the Tomb Raiders?
They did an HD collection of it. It was a lazy port.
Oh, okay. One of
Oh,
those
they
shits.
weren't. Which one? Anniversary?
Yeah.
That wasn't of the first ones, was it?
No, that was the ones from PS2.
Back to Brendan's question. I have some cousins that are about 10 years younger than me.
About our age?
No.
Yeah.
You can.
Oh no, they're still older than us, aren't they?
You get slapped with some boobs.
Bam!
Bam!
Silicone in the face!
And I made sure when they were over and were younger and used to game that I pulled out the Nintendo, played the old stuff with them. So to focus on specifically, and I'm kind of breaking down his question, if I have kids, will they appreciate the nostalgia of the current gen? From my perspective, they will, because I'll make them. I mean, that's my stance. Like if my kid's gonna play games, he's gonna start on an NES.
Yeah.
That's where he's starting, and then he can work his way up from there.
So you want to play Grand Theft Auto 7? Okay. You have to beat Mega Man 3 first.
Yeah,
Good luck.
give him some fucking incentive.
That poor kid will never play Grand Theft Auto 7.
But damn, he'll be good at Mega Man by the time he's done.
Oh, he'll be.
You know. All right, so I still can't say it, and he probably laughs.
Lycos? Lycos, wasn't that a search engine? Lycos?
Yeah,
I think Lycos was a search engine.
I vaguely remember that. Mark, you're too young.
People are old as shit. If I cut you open right now, dust would fall out. This is the longest yard quote, sorry.
Yeah.
This was back in the day where we had to walk uphill both ways to
Both ways.
restart
To
our
Funko
computer.
Land.
Dude,
To Funko Land.
I actually did have.
We had to go to
walk uphill 'cause
Blockbuster to get
was
our
at,
games.
Mine was at.
You remember when you could
I
rent
went to
systems?
Blockbuster.
Oh, yes.
You would take the new system home for like
$25, wasn't it? Like,
yeah, for like the weekend. You were like, oh, check out the new technology that I don't have.
Mhm.
I must have been. Of course, I lived down in the south, so that I don't think I ever recall doing that. Games we rented them.
You couldn't rent systems down there.
No, I don't.
Not that I know of.
damn you,
unless-
Blockbuster!
They're probably
I'll say Blockbuster we never had
I
in my
figured.
area. Probably in the city next to me, but
yeah. You probably need enough people around
Yeah,
it to make the
Blockbuster.
renting
Yeah.
worth
We
the
had-
price of the.
They're like family video
Stuff.
equivalents.
yeah, we had a family owned one, and then we had Movie Guy came in later and shut that one down. But and then Movie Guy
Suck
shut
it.
down. So
Suck it, small business.
So
Take that.
Lysios has like a 3-part.
Lycos.
Lycos. Like
Okay.
that guy. What's up, buddy?
Hey, didn't he win something? Did he?
No, he's 2 on the Impoverished Geek question
Okay.
so far.
Okay, his questions.
First, he asked if we've ever heard of Dwayne and Brando.
Oh,
We
yes, of
got
course.
this before.
I'm
We got
actually.
this
I know
like 2
Brando.
years ago when we first started.
I've talked to Brando on a number of occasions. In fact, we've promoted a lot of his Zelda stuff. He did a whole album based on A Link to the Past,
Okay.
and we've actually posted stuff. You know, we've been collaborating on projects that we never actually finished collaborating on.
Oh.
Like we have a long lost interview that was semi-conducted over a Skype conversation that never got transcripted, and it never got expanded on, which it was supposed to. But he's a good guy. I like Brando.
Oh.
He's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
Thus his name, the Amazing Brando.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Anybody else ever hear of him?
I don't know who these people are.
Oh,
Hi!
I've heard
Meeting you
of
for the
it.
first time.
I'm familiar, not in great extent, but I do know of
What do they do?
music.
Remixes
Yeah.
of songs with lyrics.
Yeah.
Like some of it's great. Like
It's very along the lines of like the MC Chris and things like that.
they got songs
He
like
got married.
Mega Man 2, and they got songs.
Congratulations, MC Chris.
Congratulations, MC Chris.
Hey, thanks for watching our show, MC Chris. Congratulations. What the fuck?
What
you doing?
did he used to do the intro?
No, that was High Five Champions.
Oh, well, piss. Part 2.
Oh, we should do the intro for us.
What's part 2 of the question?
This is not video game related, but he generally asks us life advice and whatnot. So have you ever broken up
Don't
with
jump.
I like that's your go-to.
Have you ever broken up with an ex, but yet she still expected you to be friends and do stuff for her?
Every single time ever.
Yep.
I don't know. After we break up, do you still expect me to do stuff for you?
Every
single time ever.
for the history of
Don't know about
mankind.
that.
We'll be friends. We can talk.
Yeah.
Never
you
do
don't-
it.
You don't get any of the
Just
fun
never.
parts.
Just
Can,
never.
can you come pick me up? I'm drunk at the bar.
Nope, don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm sick at the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a quick answer for that.
Yep. Just,
No, I just yeah.
No, I mean it's true. Though.
No, it's
Yeah.
true. It's completely true.
It's typical.
It
Completely normal.
depends on a case by case basis because I mean if you're were friends prior to and then started dating, it's gonna get sloppier. If it's just some girl you were dating, my suggestion is always completely 1,000,000,000% cut ties. You were broken up for a reason. You don't have to try to maintain some because it doesn't work anyway. You're not real friends. You're just tolerating each other and dancing around the issues and pretending to.
and hoping to get back together in some cases.
It's just like
and it never really works out for the most
Yeah.
part because
Never,
we broke
ever.
up for a reason anyway.
Back together.
sing
You
it.
go talking. My friends talk to your friends. Talk to me.
Yeah, so if it was some chick you started dating, just
cut ties.
Just let it go, dude.
Always better.
And finally, he asks,
Play an Adele song.
Keep your mind occupied with other things.
like video games and our podcast.
And new chicks.
Yeah.
It's the quickest way to get over an old
With
chick.
book physics.
It's really true.
Just watch out for bites and glitter.
Why are you looking at me like I'm some like?
Because he walks into a podcast with bite marks and glitter on. Like, what the fuck happened to you?
Stuff
The
and
teasers and so close.
Things and stuff. Or stuff and things.
stuff and things happen to me. That's
Stuff
what
and
happened.
things. Don't need any details.
Bad things. His last question is what is your favorite old school side-scrolling brawler?
Brawler.
Bro, you mean like
TMNT. Hyper so nice.
I know what Kara's is.
He
Go
gave,
ahead.
he gave examples like Splatterhouse, Double Dragon,
TMNT.
What's it?
Final Fight 3.
Why?
It's just.
You had it on the Super Nintendo?
Yes, we had it on Super Nintendo, and it's like me and my sister and brother would play the crap out of that game, and so I love it just for that reason. Like even now, on the Wii U, they released Final Fight 1, 2, and 3 on the Virtual Console, and I want to buy every single one of them because of that.
I want to buy them all twice. One to play and one not to play. They're on the virtual console. Just trust me.
I'll work it out.
Turtles in Time, Super Nintendo.
Okay. Remember the really crappy Turtles fighting game?
The one that just came out like last week?
No,
yeah.
no,
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
It was like Street
Was that
Fighter
not
with
good?
Ninja
Damn
Turtles
It got pretty bad reviews, huh?
for Super
Oh,
Nintendo.
yeah. No, for Nintendo.
It was on both, I believe.
Oh,
actually.
that's a rare game on the
Is
Nintendo.
it? Do you have it?
Yes.
Which one?
Which one?
Turtles Tournament Fighters.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare.
I want to play that next time over. I don't think I ever played that. I don't.
I
It's
played a Ninja
fucking
Turtles
horrible,
game on the
but
NES.
yeah,
I've never played it.
it
Actually.
must
I
be an
haven't.
experience.
Let's live stream that shit.
Just like the Justice League fighting game for Super Nintendo. Yeah,
You know-
it's bad, bad. Mark, since you can't answer,
No, I said
Mass
who-
Effect, is it?
No, yeah, of course.
What's-
Hyperzone Heist. That thing was awesome.
Okay.
Love that thing.
Any Turtles
Never
game
beat it, I
ever.
don't think, when I was a kid, though.
Well, Turtles, the Turtles 2, the arcade game, was not that good on the NES. It was like the dumbed down version.
I liked it though. I know in comparison to the actual arcade cabinet, it was an inferior product, but
Part 3 was so much better than Part 2. The Manhattan Project. Yeah, I mean, that was the.
They had a good overall like I don't know engine that ran off of like it was a good fighter whatever they were putting out.
all those games were so similar. It was just
that's what I mean. Yeah,
different level design, different characters, different enemies.
That's all it was. It
the
was the
whole
same
thing,
engine it was running on. It was just new levels.
It's all that stuff.
It was more polished up on, I think, Part 3. Are you talking about the Turtles still?
I'm talking about every game back then.
Oh,
like
no,
like Simpsons, like X-Men, like
Double
it's that
Dragon
same.
played nothing like Turtles though.
No, not Double Dragon. I'm talking about like the old brawlers. Is that not what the question was?
Well, yeah, but
Double Dragon
Dragon's
is
one
one
of
of those.
You're an old brawler.
Where you go left to right and there's enemies and you punch and kick them.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Don't forget about the hurricane
Turtles.
kick.
Battletoads was alright.
It's a
You know
hard
about
game.
those?
No.
It's a hard game.
No.
It's hard.
If you like Turtles, how do you not like Battletoads?
Because they were a cheap knockoff.
They were a good game.
Yeah, it was though.
No.
It
was a
the
knockoff.
It was the cheap knockoff.
Yes.
Cheap knockoff.
Ninja Turtles, Battletoads, Ninja Battle, Toads, Turtles.
It was the Dr. Thunder of Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
Because I know you like it.
He's gonna start slapping you. He's twitching. He's twitching.
Just see my water. Just see my water. Just a little bit. Just spill it a little bit.
I hope the camera picks all that up. That was brilliant.
Mine was Bad Dudes. No. No.
Boss just goes in the corner. He's just rocking.
This way, he's not going to be in part 2 because he's too...
The original Turtles arcade would have to be my pick. Yeah. I'm a fucking Battletoads.
How about six-player X-Men arcade? I've never played that, but I want to.
We put up a video of us playing X-Men arcade.
That was a
four-player, not six-player.
Yeah,
a four-player
but
one.
still.
But yeah, no, same concept.
It's
And
not the same.
and you had no idea where you were on screen.
Yeah.
Swear you just start punching and kicking. I'm like, shit's falling
You
over.
pick fucking Colossus and he just screams "Ah!" every like 3 minutes. So, all right. That's it for our Gmail questions of the week.
I got the question. If you got the answer.
It's that time.
You gotta give applause.
It's that time. Impoverished!
It is time for our Impoverished Geek question of the week. Finally, Mark got one. Somebody needs to answer these because we got a bunch of shit to give away.
I know, we got
You
a
guys
ton.
lost out on an arcade stick last week.
Nobody answered.
Andrew Dillon was close. The answer was Chung Lee and Sonic. Was last year.
Oh.
Yeah. He said it was.
I remember the question.
Somebody else.
it was
What two mascots walked out on stage and shook hands to announce the partnership between Capcom and Sega? I believe was what the question was. And it was let's see, Andrew.
What did he guess? Ryu and Sonic?
I don't remember what he said, but it wasn't right.
Mega Man and Sonic?
I think that's what it was. I think he's in my.
That would be the generic guess.
All right, so now I have a question for you. Do you want me to make this hard because it is a multiple choice one? There's about 2 correct answers. Do you want me to have them to get both parts, or do you want them to get just one?
Yes. Read the question, I'll decide.
You'll get a prize for each correct answer.
Oh, okay, there you go. So I'm gonna give you a Mark-themed question.
The answer's Mass Effect.
Sam Fisher is modeled off of 2 Hollywood actors. If you can name either one of them, you will win a prize. And you can...
Jessica Biel and Jennifer Lopez.
Cut it. Beep, beep.
I know who Solid Snake was based
that
off of.
That one's easy.
Yeah, everybody knows that one.
Um,
Right, Mark?
And you can send your answer in to us at our email address, which is forwardcompatiblepodcast@gmail.com.
.com.
This has been
He heard the cue.
this has been episode 87, part 1. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch us next week, same time, same place.
Still living.